My questioning of her during these sessions was certainly very different from what I used in conventional psychotherapy. I acted more as a guide with Catherine, trying to review an entire lifetime in an hour or two, searching for traumatic events and harmful patterns that might explain her current daily symptoms. Conventional therapy is conducted at a much more detailed and leisurely pace. Every word chosen by the patient is analyzed for nuances and hidden meanings. Every facial gestures, every bodily movement, every inflection of the voice is considered and evaluated. Every emotional reaction is carefully scrutinized. Behavior patterns are painstakingly pieced together. With Catherine, however, years could go by in minutes. Catherine's sessions were like driving the Indy 500 at full throttle and trying to pick out faces in the crowd. I returned my attention to Catherine and asked her to advance in time. I'm married now. Our house has one big room. My husband has blonde hair. I don't know him. We have no children, yet he's very nice to me. We love each other and we are happy. Apparently, she had successfully escaped from the oppression in her parental home. I asked if she could identify the area in which she lived. Brennington, Catherine whispered hesitatingly. I see books with funny old covers. The big one closes with a strap. It's the Bible. There are big fancy letters. Gaelic Ian Gwag. Here she said some words I could not identify. Whether they were Gaelic or not, I have no idea. We live inland, not near the sea. County. Brennington, I see a farm with pigs and lambs. This is our farm. She had gone ahead in time. We had two boys. The older one is getting married. I can see the church steeple, a very old stone building. Suddenly her head hurt, and Catherine was in pain, clutching her left temple area. She reported that she had fallen on the stone steps, but she had recovered. She died of old age, in a bed at home with her family around. She again floated out of her body after death, but this time she was not perplexed or confused. I am aware of a bright light. It's wonderful. You get energy from this light. She was resting after death, in between lifetimes. Minutes passed in silence. Suddenly she spoke, but not in the slow whisper she had always used previously. Her voice was now husky and loud, without hesitation. Our task is to learn to become godlike through knowledge. We know so little. You are here to be my teacher. I have so much to learn. By knowledge, we approach God and then we can rest. Then we come back to teach and help others. I was speechless. Here was a lesson from after her death, from the in-between state. What was the source of this material? This did not sound at all like Catherine. She had never spoken like this, using these words, this phraseology. Even the tone of her voice was totally different. At that moment, I did not realize that although Catherine had uttered the words, she had not originated the thoughts. She was relaying what was being said to her. She later identified the masters, the highly evolved souls not presently in body, as a source. They could speak to me through her. Not only could Catherine be regressed to her past lifetimes, but now she could channel knowledge from the beyond. Beautiful knowledge. I struggled to retain my objectivity. A new dimension had been introduced. Catherine had never read the studies of Dr. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross or Dr. Raymond Moody, who have both written about near-death experiences. She had never heard about the Tibetan Book of the Dead, yet she was relating similar experiences to those described in those writings. This was proof of sorts. If only there were more facts, more tangible details I could verify. My skepticism fluctuated yet remained. Maybe she had read about near-death research in a magazine article or had seen an interview on a television show. Although she denied any conscious remembrance of such an article or show, perhaps she retained a subconscious memory. But she went beyond these previous writings and transmitted a message back from this in-between state. If only I had more facts. After she awakened, Catherine remembered the details of her past lives, as always. However, she could not remember anything that happened after death, as Elizabeth. In the future, she would never remember any details of the in-between states. She could only remember the lifetimes. By knowledge, we approached God. We were on our way.